Buenos nachos, and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're going to be working on this PlayStation 1 console, and it has a screen attached to it, which is in functional condition, but is it? Let's go ahead and power this thing on and see what it's doing. Don't need a controller, but I'm going to plug the controller in anyway. So as you can tell, there is a line right there, so it's almost like we're starting to get a double image. Very strange. We'll go ahead and pop a game in here. About ready to turn off the console. I was about ready to say it looks garbled, but it's normal. Now, as you can tell, there is a problem with the display. It's not displaying the picture correctly at all. It just seems to be going in this loop of some sort. I don't know what the technical term of that is, but we definitely have a problem here. Let's go ahead and open up the console and see what's going on. And we have a total of 6 screws to remove. Now, the warranty was voided previously. And one final screw. All right, we'll set those to the side. Well, look at that. There is a mod chip in here. Would that be a PSNE that's installed in this thing? Now let's begin by disconnecting the laser. So you can wiggle this thing from side to side and it'll come out just fine. This right here, you'll need to have a little bit of care. There we are. Are there supposed to be screws in here holding this down? Because it doesn't look like there are. It's not too bad, I guess. I was expecting something a little bit more serious for this chip. There are PCBs and stuff for this now, though. Take a look here. It looks like a couple of capacitors were replaced for the AV port and over here in this area, but nothing else was replaced. I would say we want to do a full recapping on this thing and not just a partial, and it looks like there's a bit of corrosion here too. We have the screen back on, and now we're going to reapply power. All right, so I currently have the disk drive attached, so we're going to try out a test. We're going to use some hot air. And let's see if we can get the issue to go away. Well, look at that. The picture's a lot better just from heating up that one capacitor. What about if we put a game in there? As you can tell, we've managed to fix the picture issues by heating up just that one capacitor. But does this mean that's all we need to replace? No. Other capacitors will fail in this console. It's just a matter of time. There you have it, a little tip on how to determine which capacitor is causing you your issues. It's by heating it up with hot air. Now, you don't want to go too hot, otherwise you'll see some explosions, and obviously that would not be safe. You can also hook up an oscilloscope and you can see how dirty the voltage is. I'm not exactly sure of the technical term. I'm sure someone can fill us in the comments down below. Oh man, the shell is pretty dirty looking. I assume that's rust or corrosion. Definitely needs a cleaning. Not in this video though. Let's progress. It's time to recap this thing. And the circuit board version inside of here is PM41. And of course you have the Sony part number right here, which is 1-679-335-51. The year 2000. No wonder we need capacitors in this thing. So the first one we're going to replace, which is the one that was causing all of our difficulties, is a 10 microfarad 16 volt. Let's go ahead and see if this thing can be torn off easily using our usual method. Navigating around this mod chip will be a little bit of a difficulty, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and prep these pads. Man, some of these components look like they're shifted over, like that resistor, I think that's what it is right there. We'll go ahead and apply solder to one pad. All right, But now we need to pay attention to that polarity. We'll solder up the next side. And we do have a significant amount of capacitors to replace on this board. I'll be back when we get close to finishing the recapping process. I find it's easiest to pre-tin one pad and then slide the capacitor on that pad. Then I can tack down the other side. We'll just rinse and repeat this process while paying attention to the polarity of the capacitor. It does look like we had the beginnings of a little bit of corrosion. I don't want to chance it, so I'm going to clean up what looks to be the beginnings of the corrosion. And we're pretty close to finishing up, just a few more capacitors, and then we'll be ready to test out this console. And here's our capacitor graveyard. It does look like a few of these capacitors were leaking, but it's really tough to tell. But does it work? Yeah, it looks like we still have a little bit of distortion up here at the top. Maybe that's something wrong with the screen. Hopefully not. Let's go ahead and get a game booting. Sounds like it's going. Looks like we no longer have that. Oh, wait a second. Maybe the screen is going bad. We have this rolling picture issue still. So I guess replacing the capacitors is perhaps placebo for this issue.
Stop these wars before they happen.
That's strange. I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed that the recapping did not fix the issue with the screen. Heating up the capacitors did seem like that was gonna take care of it. And of course that led me to believe that replacing the capacitors would take care of the issue. I think I'm gonna try some other screens real quick. So I'd noticed that if I heat this chip up right here, it will take care of the issues. Before we begin touching up stuff, I just want to note down that I did indeed check the resistor array, and the resistors are checking out just fine in this area. We're going to go ahead and reflow this IC, so I'm going to begin by adding some flux, and then we're going to go ahead and add some solder. I also replaced the IC, and the issue persists. I think I may have narrowed down the area that needs to be taken care of. So it looks like C550 actually had a cracked solder joint or a cold solder joint, and that's why the console is having difficulties displaying proper picture. All right, we'll go ahead and try this out again. The disc has seen better days.
Is what it used to be. Terrorists and madmen have created a whole new world disorder. Stop these wars before they happen.
Looks like it was a cracked solder joint this entire time. A lot of time wasted here, but at least we finished recapping it, so this console is good for the future. If you found this video helpful or useful, please remember to leave us a like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time.